Good morning, Dinos. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to be doing some makeup here today. I am going to be turning myself from this into this. And while we do that, I'm going to talk to you about how I crashed my boyfriend's car. Now, I say crashed, but like realistically, it was more like a rolling accident that totaled the car. But, clickbaity title. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, before we begin, I do want to talk to you and ask your guys' opinion on something. Because as you can see, it's like a different setup with the camera. You got the background all blurred. You got me here. I'm pretty like high definition. I'm filming on the backside of my camera. I have it hooked up to my I have it hooked up to my computer, and I'm also using my boyfriend's mic, and that's hooked up to the computer, and then I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and I'm recording through my computer. So things are a little bit of a different setup. I'm liking it. I'm also using Nvidia Broadcast to use like the vintage effect on the camera, so it gets like that outline glow. I still have the little watermark right here for the free version of the app that I'm using to broadcast the camera from my phone onto my computer. Why do I keep saying commuter? Computer. So obviously I wanted to see if I was gonna like this setup. And like I do. So I'm obviously gonna get the pro version because like I would like to get rid of this watermark right here. So yeah. Anyways, we're getting super distracted. The whole point of this little tangent side stretch is I wanted to ask you guys' opinion about the microphone. Because there's two settings that we have for the microphone. So we have this setting right here, which has the noise removal on, and I do like it. You can't hear when I'm clicky clacky or if I'm like moving things around on the desk. You can just kind of hear my voice. Be no clinkly clankly. But although when like there's clinkly clankly and I'm talking, then it can be a little bit like taco taco with the mic. So there's that too. And I do like this because it like takes away all the clinkly clankly, but there's also without the noise removal, which is this one right here. And I feel like my voice still sounds slightly robotic, but it sounds a little bit less robotic, I think, than the other one. But now you can hear all that. Sorry if I just bursted your eardrums. So I feel like why can I not fucking talk today? That's wild. So I feel like noise removal is a good one to have on, but I would like y'all to comment down below your opinion and what you think. Anyways, with all that being said, let's take off these headphones so I have my voice not coming in my ears and throwing me a little off when I talk, and now I can talk normally, hopefully, we'll see. But let's get into the makeup, shall we? We have a story time. So, since it's been a while since I've done any makeup on YouTube, let's go through my makeup routine. Honestly, a lot of it is probably going to be very similar products to the products I was using like 3-4 years ago. But like, hey, here we are. Let's do it up. And we will talk about how I crashed my boyfriend's car. I still have all my Ipsy bags from years ago when I was doing the Ipsy haul videos. Maybe we'll start those again for YouTube videos too, because those would be cool. And I get a bag once a month, and it's an unboxing video that we could do. If that's something you guys want me to start, and like I get makeup out of it, so like I'm down for it. I'm probably gonna start it anyways. But if you want me to do like an unboxing Ipsy haul bag whenever I get the new bag, just let me know and we can go through it, because we did that a couple times on YouTube and those are fun. Anyways, let's get into makeup, shall we? So first things first, I gotta get my hair up and out of my face so that I don't get foundation all up in my hair, because that's gross. So the foundation that I use is Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 115 Ivory. It has pretty much been the foundation I've been using since like I was in high school. Well, I feel like maybe I used a little bit of a different one in through high school, but I think I switched to this one either through the end of high school or college. But like either way, this has been my go-to foundation for decades. Not decades. I'm not even decades old. Oh my god, actually, no. No. I'm pushing 30. Rawr. I'm coming up to decades old. Damn. Anyways, moving on. I'm gonna crash out because I'm getting old. Sad face. But like I was saying, this is probably the foundation that I've been using for at least like 10 years. I don't know. However long it's been since. Yeah, I'm coming up to my 10 year. Oh, God. This year would be my 10-year reunion for high school. That's wild. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about how old I'm getting. That is depressing. We're talking about how I crashed my boyfriend's car. Also depressing, but different kind of depressing. Let's get into it, shall I? So we gotta set the scene. We are November-ish, like late November. My boyfriend's deployment is coming up. He is shipping out. I think it was like 2 weeks before he was shipping out. But on top of that, my road test was the very next day after that, after this incident happened. And it wasn't my first road test of the session, like that was my second one. We have to go back and tell a little bit of the story of the first road test and how I failed that one because that sets the scene as well moving into the rest. So 3 weeks before I crashed my boyfriend's car, I was doing my road test. And I had rented like a car from like the driver's ed programs to take me out for a couple hours so I could get used to the car because I didn't want to use my boyfriend's car at that point in time because my boyfriend's car had some issues with his muffler. So I was worried about it like being too loud and then being like, oh well, like we're gonna fail you because like loud muffler shit or something like that. So I was gonna do my road test in a rent a car kind of thing, and I did that. And when I was doing that, I ended up doing really great on my road test. Like, the instructor said I drove perfectly. I did my parallel parking perfectly on the first go, mind you. I failed because I couldn't reverse park. So I came up to like the spot and I went above to like the second thing past it, doing all the marker stuff. And then I went to pull back in and I was a little bit overlying on one side. So when I noticed that, I was like, okay, can I just like pull out and realign myself and try to like do it again? And the dude was like, yeah, no problem. And then so I took that as like I can pull back into like between like where you are originally before you try to reverse into the parking slot and then just kind of go again. And he was like, oh no, sorry, I meant like you could realign yourself and try to like shimmy, shimmy, shake, shimmy, shimmy, shake kind of thing. So that counted as my first one. And then I was kind of like a little panicky and like thrown off a little bit. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just went and tried to do it from like a awkward kind of twisty angle, and again ended up going over the line a little bit farther over the line this time I might add. And then I was like, okay, so this time I can't pull out. I got to do the shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. And I did the whole like wheel to one side, scooch out, wheel to the other side, scooch out, pull in. Except I realized I did that to the wrong side, pulling myself further out to the end. So then I had to do that again to get back in the right way, and then I had to do that again to get back in the right way. And then I was just about there, but then I was still like, okay, well, like I'm gonna do it once more just to be safe. And then I got in the parking spot and I was perfectly aligned, everything was good. And then they failed me because I took too many attempts to reverse park. So I did not get my license that day. Moving forward, it cost I think like $230 for like an hour, hour and a half of car driving time when I bought it individually from the driving company. So I didn't want to go through them again to do my road test because I was like, okay. The main reason that I wanted to go through them because like I already did my driver's ed program years ago and I got my certificate for that. Oh shit, I forgot my forehead. Oops. Like I said, I did driver's ed years ago and I already got the certificate and everything for it. But I just wanted to be taken out and shown kind of like the routes that the drivers would take people on for the road test. So I could like learn the routes and practice with them and get like ready for my tests. So I went out a couple times beforehand and then I went out for the road test, but I failed that road test. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. The dude literally said I drove perfectly. I just didn't know how to reverse park, which is like wild. Like, how can I not know how to reverse park? That's literally insane. Um, shit. Also, I just realized I'm recording desktop audio and mic audio, so the audio might have been a little fucked in the video. I am sorry if until this point it is. We have just fixed it. We are all good. We are Gucci. Moving on. I apologize for that. So, yeah, I failed my first road test. I think the dude felt a little bad, and I mean, like, it sucked. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's okay. I get it. He's just doing his job. Um, but like, I was able to park in the end, and like, would you rather someone who takes a couple more tries to get in the parking spot properly, or someone who just parks half a minute and then gets out and leaves? So like, it's okay. It's fine. Anyways, my hair needs a rosemary oil soak tonight and a wash tomorrow, but we're gonna ignore that because we're not here about my hair today. We are here about makeup. It's looking very flat. On an espresso espresso. But hey. So yeah, my next road test ended up being scheduled for 3 weeks after that. And I ended up going out and doing more driving practice with my boyfriend and getting comfortable in his vehicle. And something that we ended up getting to help me with reverse parking was those little like circle mirrors that you stick onto your car just to make it like easier to see the lines, like where your lines are. Because like something I had noticed with his car is like I couldn't see the lines as well as I could. Like if I had the mirror set up to check my blind spots while I'm driving, I couldn't really see where the lines were. So I really struggled with reverse parking in his car, and that's kind of another reason why I wanted to rent a car, just because like when I was out practicing, I knew like that was the thing that I had the biggest struggles with. And that was like my biggest worry about the whole test. Like I wasn't worried about driving, I wasn't worried about the rules, I wasn't worried about the route, I wasn't worried about parallel parking. I was literally worried about reverse parking, and what did I fail? Reverse parking. Rawr. Anyways, point being, we needed to get my boyfriend's car done up a little bit more just because like I wanted to be really comfortable when I was doing my road test in it. So that was a thing. So we ended up getting the muffler fixed, and I think that ended up costing like, I want to say it was $600, but I can't remember exactly. And then like 2 days before my road test, the second road test itself, he ended up going in and getting the car detailed. And I think that was another like $150, $200. And so the car was all like spick and span, everything was good. It was shiny, it was clean, it was new, it was like not making a lot of noise, it was driving smoothly, everything was good, everything was Gucci. Yes, I look very pink right now. Trust the process. I just started using blush again recently, and I want to bring contour back into my makeup routine, so we're probably going to start using that again. When I was using contour in like way back when, I definitely put it on a little heavy, and sometimes it would look kind of like there was dirt on my face. So we're going to try to avoid that. But you can see, I'm trying to find a good lighting angle for you to be able to see. I think it blends out pretty nicely. Plus, this still has some of my concealer in it, so I feel like that helps everything blend just a little bit more. And it's not, oh, I haven't even been saying what products I've been using. Fail moment when. So what I was using for concealer is the Revlon Flex Wear Full Coverage Concealer, and that one is just in shade. The fuck, you gonna tell me the shade or nah? Light shade. I don't. There's probably a shade on there somewhere, but it's probably in the fine print, and we're past that. Anyways, though, the shade color isn't really gonna matter because you're gonna match it to your own shade anyways. It's more the product. So like I said, this is the Revlon Color Stay Flex Wear Full Coverage Concealer. And then what I use for my blush isn't really a blush, it's a glimmer shadow. So I use the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadow in shade Huckleberry. And I use that for my blush. And it has a nice little like shimmer at times too. And then what I use for my highlight, which this product is kind of like new. I just got it yesterday and I haven't used it much except for yesterday. So before that I was using Nomad, Kiss the Sun or something like that. And then I ran out. And then I just never got another highlighter and I was using eyeshadow. But we got highlighter yesterday because we went and shopped and got some makeup. We're also getting so off track. We need to get back to the story. I know, I'm sorry. We're like halfway done makeup and we haven't even talked about how I actually crashed my boyfriend's car. Rambly, off topic, Nikki. I apologize. What was I saying though before I got off topic and forget what I was talking about? Um, shit, that's actually a good question. I don't remember where I was. I'm sorry, rar. Anyways, so yeah, I failed my road test. Oh, getting my boyfriend's car all fixed up. Yeah, so we got the muffler all fixed and we got it detailed and we had like the little sticker or the little circle mirrors on the side mirrors so it was easier for me to reverse park. I'd go out and I'd do driving like every day for at least an hour, sometimes two. I was like super comfortable with it. So now let's flash forward to the day I crashed my boyfriend's car. The day before my second road test, mind you, the one that I was completely ready to pass because I had mastered reverse parking at this point in time. So, boop. Anyways, rare. What was I saying? Road test. No, not road test. Crash car. So yeah, the day I crashed my boyfriend's car, we had just gone out to do some driving practice, and at that point in time, I had probably driven. That is a little intense on the highlight, not gonna lie, on my nose, but that's okay. My nose be blinding. So the day I crashed my boyfriend's car was kind of a happy, sad day because it was the day that I ended up getting him his Christmas present. Because his deployment was coming up and he was going to be leaving before Christmas, so we were going to be celebrating Christmas before he left so that we'd still be able to celebrate Christmas. So we had Christmas in November. So I needed to get him a Christmas gift. And he didn't really have any gaming systems or anything to take with him, so I ended up getting him a Nintendo Switch. And I think like there was a Mario game or something like that. And then I have a Switch that he got me last year for my birthday and some Switch games that I gave him the games to take with him. So that was what we were doing today. We were getting him his Christmas present, but first I wanted to go out and do some driving practice. So after I finished getting some driving practice in, I messaged the person I was buying the Switch off because like I was buying it off Marketplace, and we decided that I'd go over and I'd pick up the Switch from her place. And I figured this would be another good time for me to get some more practice in, so I was like, okay, I'll drive. We got to stop at the bank, and then we got to go over, and then we'll take it from there. Already a bad decision when you think about it, because like I don't know where we're going. Like I've never gone to this place before. I mean, I've gone to the bank, yes, but I've never gone to this place before. So like I don't know where I'm going. I don't know the route. I'm a new driver. I still have my learner's permit. My boyfriend's going to be giving me GPS directions in the car. I should have just let my boyfriend drive. But I was overconfident and I was like, I am so ready for my test tomorrow. I got this. I want to do as much driving as I can. I think the best idea is this just that like I drive everywhere until my test. So we get to the bank and everything's fine. I pull into the slot and park the car and I get out and I go to the bank to get money out so that I can buy my boyfriend's gift from the lady that I'm going to go meet. So we get to the bank and I end up getting parked in front of the bank and everything's fine. Like I have no issues parking. I park the car, turn it off, go into the bank. There's some eyebrow hairs that I would really like to pluck because this brow is not completely even. They are not sisters, they are almost distant cousins. I think I'm doing it gradually over time, and I think I'm going to take off like piece by piece by piece. And that way I don't overpluck and end up regretting anything and just having a bad time. But again, I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, highlight. So the highlighter I'm using is the Revolution in shade Diamond Glow. And then the brow pencil I'm using is L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Definer. And while I was in the bank, I had like the weirdest gut instinct. Like I was like, okay, I feel like my boyfriend should drive the rest of the way. I don't know. I'm getting a feeling like my boyfriend should drive. And my plan was to get my money out of the ATM and then go back to the car, go to the passenger seat, and then be like, hey, you should drive. But then I was at the ATM and I was trying to figure out how much I needed to withdraw and doing all sorts of math stuff. Did y'all see that break? I had it out too far. I knew that it was out. These might be different color. Okay, let's go. So on top of that for brow product, I'm also going to be using, if I can find my other brow pencil, Please tell me I have my other brow pencil, because I should, because it should be in here. But it's not. Cat, I might be cooked. No, I have another brow pencil. Where did I put the other brow pencil? Part of me thinks it might be in with the lips, because very similar. Found it. Very similar shape to lip liner, so. So this one is the Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil. This is the one I used to use quite a lot of the time, and then I just recently switched to this one because it's a little bit finer of a tip, and it looked a little bit lighter than this shade, so I wanted to try it, and I ended up liking it a lot more, so I started using that one instead. But we're just going to go in with this one because I need to finish my brows. Add some to the other side too, just so that color feels normal. Because maybe it's just like because I'm aware of it, but I can tell that this end is a little bit darker than. It's not darker, it's just more like a redder brown than the other one, which is more like a soft brown. Like this one is 215 Auburn, and this one is ash brown. Question for everyone in the comment section down below. How much have I rambled in this? Like, how many times have I gotten sidetracked? Probably a lot. So yeah, obviously I didn't end up jumping in the passenger seat. I plopped my ass down in the driver's seat. Because after I walked out of the bank, I didn't think about it. I had like a feeling when I was in the bank, and then I left the bank, and I was like, into the driver's seat I go. I get really focused when I'm doing my eyeliner. There's probably not going to be much conversation when I'm actually doing the eyeliner. But most of you already know that, because most of you are probably coming from my TikTok live streams. And if not, well, hi, my name's Nikki. What's up? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. I vlog my days, I do makeup, I share my life story, I just kind of vibe and hang out and chill, and I smudged my eye. Love that, but we'll deal with that in a second. Anyways, moving on. Also, if you could, be sure to drop a like on this video, because like I appreciate it, and if you like this video, drop a like so I know that you like this video and I create more videos like this, because we're trying to build the brand back up and figure out what kind of content we're going to be producing coming back to YouTube, which I already kind of know. But like, I want to know especially like which kind of videos you like. So if you like the videos where I sit down and chit chat and do my makeup and tell you about my day, be sure to like this one so I do more of them. And it also helps YouTube promote the video because it tells YouTube that, hey, people like this video, so we should put it out to more people and get more people to watch it. I'm going to finish this eye, clean this eye up, and I'll be back to finish the story. I don't know if I want to do cat eyes tonight. Who am I kidding? Of course I want to do cat eyes, but I need to do my under eyeliner first. Also, the eyeliner I use is just the e.l.f. eyeliner. I think it's Expert Liquid Eyeliner. So it's very fine tip, which I like a fine tip for my eyeliner because like it allows me to do more intricate shit. Still need to clean up that side. Sorry, chat. I still haven't picked up Q-tips. Why? Because I keep forgetting about them when I go out. So we are just trying to do the best we can with what we got. Now, I do want to just clean up this one a little bit more towards the inside. A little bit more straight now. A little bit less wonky. Hey, Gucci. So, we're already this cute and we're not even done yet. So now we get into the juicy part of the story. How I actually crashed my boyfriend's car. Like I said, it was a rolling kind of accident. Barely moving at all. Like going less than 5 kilometers an hour. Rolling forward. Literally rolling forward. So like I said, I ignored my instincts and I jumped right into the driver's seat and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Oh, I hate this part of the eyeliner, I can't lie. It literally almost always makes me cry. Do you leave it half open? I kind of like that. Yeah, we might leave it half open. Leave the middle undone. Oh, I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up, chat. I'm tearing up. If I cry, that's just gonna wreck it. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Now, after I hopped into the driver's seat, I told my boyfriend, hey, can you pull up this address? And he pulled it all up. And I was getting ready to come out of the parking lot. And the way the parking lot was, so your parking spot is right here, right? And then you have like the parking lot road kind of place where the cars drive by to find the parking spot or leave the parking spot or come in from the parking lot or anything like that. So I was here, there was a car here, and there was a car here on either side of me. And I went to go reverse, and then I saw that they were coming either way, and I was like, okay, no, I can go back in my spot. And then as I was coming back into my spot, this is where I crashed. So there was a truck in front of me, and I started pulling back into the spot, and I tried to hit the brakes, and I thought I hit the brakes. I still remember pressing down on the brakes. Didn't hit the brakes. Tried to press the brakes again. Vehicle didn't stop. At that point in time, I was like, okay, this is either gas or I'm not pressing hard enough. And like you enter your like panicky mode, and realistically looking back, I really should have just grabbed the e-brake, yanked it. My boyfriend even says like he should have grabbed the e-brake, yanked it. We both should have just grabbed the e-brake, yanked it. But neither of us were thinking about it. And him as a seasoned driver wasn't thinking about it. Why would I be thinking about it? I should be thinking about it because I'm a learning driver and it should be like right there. But like I wasn't thinking about the e-brake. So like rar. So after I did like a step, why are we not stopping? Step, why are we not stopping? I was like, okay, move over to this side. And I moved my foot over a little bit because, like, if that was the gas pedal, then the brakes would be right beside it. So I was like, okay, let's go over to the other side. And I pressed down, and I ended up hitting the floor of the car. So I was like, okay, no, that is definitely the brake pedal. So I went over to hit the brake pedal again. But by that point in time, we had hit the truck. And there was that crunch, crackle, whatever you want to call it. It was the noise of the car hitting the truck, and it was a pretty like higher truck, and we were in a lower car. Our left headlight hit the right side of their metal bumper, and it just kind of crunched in. One looks so much more smudged out. It's a bit better. Do we like a little open thing, or should I just connect it? I don't know. I guess you guys aren't. I'm just gonna connect it. So then my boyfriend might have got mad a little bit. He didn't get like really, really mad. Like not nearly as mad as you would expect someone to get crap in their car. He was just kind of like, fuck, and threw his phone at the windshield. But like that was it. And then immediately after that, switched to like making sure I was okay. He did tell me to get out, and then I got out of the car and he hopped in the driver's seat, and then he reversed the car out of the truck, and then we waited for the dude to come out of the store who owned the truck, and he walked over. He looked at the damage of the truck, looked at the damage of the car, looked at me kind of like verge of tears, and then he was just like, it's fine, no big deal, no worries. His truck had like a little scratch on it. My boyfriend's car was little totaled. The dude said he didn't want to put it through insurance. He said it was fine. He said everything was all good and not to worry about it. And these things happen, and I think he could tell that I was a new driver and just kind of like figuring out, well, I'm like, I know how to drive. That was just like a stupid accident. Like, I don't know if I was just like not pressing hard enough on the brake or if I was like panicky or like, I don't know, but like I should have just like slammed my foot on the brake, or I should have just pulled the emergency brake. Some shit like that. But I didn't. I was like, boo, boo, boo. So the eyebrow pencil that I was using for my under eye is the Wet n Wild in shade 651 black. And that's what I just used under there. And next I got some new lashes. So I got the Lily Lashes Luxury Synthetic, handmade, easy to apply, reusable, vegan, flat mane. Oh, that's Femme. Handmade Femme. Never mind. Up to 15 wears. So this is what I'm going to be using for my eyelashes. And I have already cut them, so they are already good and all set for me to just glue them on. And the glue that I'm using is the Q Beauty Brush On Lash Adhesive. Rar. That was a mouthful. So I used to struggle with my lashes for the longest period of time. I also haven't curled my natural lashes yet, but you know what, we're skipping that step. Normally I would also curl my lashes too, but I used to struggle with putting my lashes on and applying them. This is also something new that I just recently started doing last summer, wish I listened to all y'all advice and started doing it years ago. This is also the mascara that's empty, I'm pretty sure. Where is my other tube? Mascara. I'm definitely getting a little bit better at applying lashes, but it's still a struggle at times. So yeah, after the dude who owned the truck left, my boyfriend kind of sat there picking up pieces of his broken car in the parking lot. And I was determined to not let this wreck the Christmas gift. I was like, no, you are still getting your gift. That is happening. Brought this a little too far out, but that's okay. We'll work with it. It's fine. A little bit farther out to the side, but look at the difference that the lashes make, though. That's literally insane. From just like, to like, hot girl. Right. Anyways. So yeah, I was determined not to let this wreck the fact that I was literally just about to get him his Christmas gift and make his day so much better. And I just literally wrecked his car. So like I gotta do something to put a smile on his face. Cause like this man, after I wrecked his car, he held me and kissed me and kissed my forehead and comforted me and made sure I was okay and told me not to worry about it and told me how much he still loved me and just like spent the whole time not even like mad, but just like comforting me and letting me know it's okay. So I knew I still wanted to get the Switch. I knew that was still happening. So while he was picking up the pieces, I messaged the girl who I had messaged on Marketplace and been like, hey, so this just happened. Is it possible for you to be able to meet us here instead? And she said, yeah, no problem. I'll be right there. So she was on her way over with the Switch. My boyfriend's picking up pieces of his headlight because the headlight is like smashed in. The window shield wiper tank exploded. The light bulb was still there. So like and also like the blinker light. Those were still there and they were good. But like the casing, the plastic covering, that was all shattered. There's a couple things I'm gonna have to clean up. Also, I kind of want to do the under eye today with some mascara. Because why not? What do you think? Right. She ended up showing up, and we did the whole like exchange, and I got the Switch. I'm smudging so much right now, but that is okay. We'll get it all cleaned. It's 9:30. This isn't coming out tonight, but that's okay. We'll get it out for tomorrow. So with this, we're basically done. Like, I'm still learning how to do my lashes, but I think they turned out pretty good. What do we think? Do we like them? No, we just need to do the lips. So after we did end up finally securing the Switch, we ended up heading home because what else are you going to do after all that just happened? You go home. There's nothing else you can do. Go home and cry a little bit. And I felt horrible, but he continued to make sure to reassure me that it's okay. He's not mad. Everything's going to be fine. All that jazz. So obviously, the first thing that I do when I get home is call Service New Brunswick and cancel my road test for the next day because I no longer have a vehicle to do my road test, and so my road test got canceled. Then we ended up. What do I want to do for lips? Actually, I need to figure that out first. One sec. Sorry, Kat. For the lips, I'm going to be using Maybelline New York Color Sensational in the shade Pink Wink, and I'm going to be using my Brook USA in the shade Hannah. Then I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild in the shade Sinless. And that's going to be my lip combination for the day. So that day when we got home, we also called around seeing if anyone had any openings. And it was November. The place that we saw wasn't going to be able to take us in until January, but they told us that they had some time, and if we could make it down before they closed today, they'd check it out and give us kind of like a rough quote. So we ended up making it down, and we were able to get the dude to check it out, and he looked at it and said it was going to be roughly between $3,500 to $4,000 to fix it. When it happened, I thought it was going to be like maybe $600. I was like, oh, there's no way this is going to be like super expensive. It's fine. My boyfriend was expecting it to be like $1,000, maybe $1,500. So yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like 600, maybe 1,000 tops. My boyfriend thought like 1,500 roughly. Turns out 3,500 to 4,000. That's a lot of money. Luckily, my boyfriend's dad restores cars and trucks and everything like that. So my boyfriend's dad thinks that he can fix it. he thinks he can fix it for much less. So we've made the smart decision and decided to see if his dad can fix it first, because that would save us a lot of money in the long run. Anyways, let's fix this up, shall we? I don't think I put highlighter under there either. Damn, I am not on the ball today. Let's fix up the highlighter, and then we'll do the lip gloss, and then we'll finish my makeup, because that's the last thing that I have to do still with my makeup. I definitely am liking this side better than this side for the lashes. Better application will also come with more practice. Okay, we fixed the highlight problem. But yeah, I am very hopeful that we can get it fixed for under $2,000. That would be very much ideal. So that is the story of how I crashed my boyfriend's car and why I don't have my license yet. So the game plan was for me to have my license when he wanted deployment so that I could drive myself to work and I could do all that kind of stuff and I would be mobile. Because right now I'm cabbing to work, which that adds up. It's not super fun, but I only got another 7 weeks of it left and then he's home. So right. That'll be nice. I'll still have to cab when he's home, but I won't have to cab as much because he'll be able to pick me up after work on his way home from work. Hope you all enjoyed today's makeup and story time video. Again, if you have enjoyed, be sure to drop a like because it does help the video out. It does help the video get promoted more and it helps me out and it tells me that you enjoy my content and it makes me feel good about the content I produce. So, if you have made it this far, you guys are true OGs. I appreciate the fuck out of you. Thank you very much for being here and being part of my journey and part of my life. I love you very much and I appreciate your support. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me in this video and I'll see you in the next video. Alright.